And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Do you have problems playing games that are no fun? Are you tired of Monopoly, Settlers of Catan, the same old, same old? Well, today I'm here to tell you about a game that can absolutely, literally, without a matter of fact, change your life. This game was ranked on Board Game Geek as #1 one night in my dreams, and it could change your life. Just take a look at this.
I was getting into some bad things. I used to go to parties, used to drink, do drugs. Then I played Vicious Fishes, and that all changed. This is more than a game. This is a life-changing experience.
Yo, in July 21st, I got this huge car accident. It was crazy, man. The doctor gave me a full body cast and gave me 6 months to live. And a friend of mine recommended Vicious Fishes, and as soon I played that game, all of my body cast came out except this hand. It was a miracle, bro. Man, it gives me goosebumps just to believe that. It's crazy, man. Buy Vicious Fishes now. Your life will be changed forever.
I used to fail everything. Recess, even lunch, F's in English, honors English, and pre-cal. I mean, that Mr. Vasel doesn't even help. But then, I played Vicious Fishes. My life was renewed. I got A's in everything. Vicious Fishes is awesome. Thank you, Vicious Fishes. I pass all my classes now.
Vicious Fishes changed my life.
Oh yeah, Vicious Fishes changed my life. I mean,
Vicious Fishes changed my life.
Vicious Fishes changed my life.
And that's not all. Vicious Fishes can do the same thing for you. If you buy a copy today, I have heard from reliable sources that you might possibly throw away every single game that you have so that you can play this one continuously. 3 or 4 books may be being written about this right now. It's just fantastic. It really is. I met the designer, a wonderful fellow. Alright, apparently my lawyers are making me make the disclaimer that everything that you've heard so far is pretty much false. Alright, so let's be honest. Vicious Fishes, published by Nestor Games and designed by one Tom Vasel, also known as myself, is a game that's coming out today as I'm producing this video, and I would hope that you would consider looking at it. So I suppose instead of this being a review of the game, it's more of an advertisement for the game. I'll try to be objective, I suppose. I did design the game after all. Let's take a look at it. Vicious Fishes is produced by Nestor Games and comes in 2 pencil cases like these, and they're tied together with a string. I guess you can use them as a nunchuck if you want to fight somebody, although I don't think you're going to get very far with that. But inside are the 2 halves of the board. Each board is made up of mouse pad material, and they fit together, and there you have the beautiful ocean, which is made up of 64 squares. Now, at the beginning of each game, players will decide randomly, or they'll let one player choose to put these squares on the board of rocks. They really don't mean, there's really no rhyme or reason to how you put them on the board. It kind of just lays out the terrain for that game. It doesn't give you a perfect square. And then players, in front of each player, they're going to have a tile holder. Now this is a really interesting, I actually like these tile holders quite a bit. They're made of this foam material, but when you put them together, they sit like this and on the table, and so you're able to put your tiles in front of it. The game is for 2 to 6 players, and players will have a host of tiles that range in different colors. There are 6 colors of the game, and each color, it's hard to see, but you can see has a little letter in the corner so that you can tell the difference if you're colorblind. There's different colors, and each of the colors has a certain number of tiles in the game with different numerical values and different pictures on them. There's basically 4 different things in the game. There's the shark, the fish, the crab, and the octopus. Although fish, there's large fish and there's small fish, as you can see here. The board itself is placed down here, like this. And on this somewhat scoring track, you're going to have a star of each of the colors. What's happening here is the fish are all fighting one another, and you are going to be bidding, in a sense, or trying to have your fish win the battle. So at the beginning of the game, each player will get one of these, and it shows you 3 different colors. Now, 2 of those colors you want to do well, and the 3rd color you want to do poorly, because at the end of the game, you're going to look here, and you're going to take the 2 highest of the colors that you have and subtract the lowest, and that will be your final score. Now, each person on their turn simply places a tile and then draws another tile. When you place a tile, you can place the tile anywhere on the board. But it matters how you have them placing. See, for example, this fish here, this little green fish, is attacking the shark. Now, that doesn't do anything because that shark is a value 7 and the fish is a value 1. But if I add this octopus here, which is a value of 3, so now the shark is being attacked by a value of 4, and then this other fish comes from the rear and attacks the shark. Now there's a value of 8 attacking that shark, and so we put a marker on that shark to show that he's dead. The person who put the last value tile down determines which of these colors is the one that killed him, so let's say it was blue, and blue gets a point on the scoring track up here. And that's basically the gist of the game. You just keep placing until all the fish are on the board. Now, there's a couple features to the game. If you notice, there's different tiles. An octopus attacks all 8 directions around it. When you put an octopus on the board, he will attack every single square. The crab attacks 2 squares, one on both sides, but most fish simply attack just 1 space. Now, a shark is really powerful. Usually they're 7s or 8s, and the neat thing about a shark is how powerful they are, but the disadvantage is that when you kill a shark, you'll get 2 points rather than 1. If a fish manages to survive the battle, let's say, for example, I put an octopus here, and we fill in all the spots around that octopus in different ways so that nobody is attacking him. Oh, that crab's attacking him. There we go. Nobody's attacking the octopus, and nobody can attack the octopus there. In this case, the octopus, or any fish in this situation, has survived the battle, and he will get a point for his team for having survived. So the red team here would get a point. These little fish, which are so easy to kill because anything can kill them, if they manage to survive a battle, they'll get you 2 points. So that's it. You continue going until all the board is covered with fish, and then at the end, you'll check your colors on your strip, and you'll subtract your worst scoring color from your 2 highest scoring colors, and the player with the highest score is the winner. It's very simple, very easy, and there's a lot of, interesting moves in how you place, and you're always not sure of what colors the other players are exactly, and so you may be helping them out with your placement or not. And so it's a pretty quick game. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, honest opinion time. As a designer of the game, I'm not going to be very objective about this review. Obviously, I like the game. However, it's not my favorite game. Other people are much better designers than me. I think it's a good, solid game. I think that I like the components. I love the artwork. Angelo Perazzi did a fantastic job, and I'm really thankful to Nestor Games for publishing it. I never expected to have any of my games published. But I don't expect this game to win any awards or be any fantastic thing, but I do think it's a good, fun game for the family. And since that's where I do a majority of my playing, I thought this was fun. I like the fish theme, I like the attacking and knowing the secret colors, and the fact I like that it scales pretty well from 2 to 6 players, although I think I like it best with 4. But it's my game. I'm pretty glad it's published. It's pretty neat. So if you want a copy of it, and I hope that you do, Nestor Games, they distribute differently than most people. They don't go to stores. You order directly from their website, so that's Nestor Games. And go check them out. Hopefully their link is somewhere on the screen, or it will be in the YouTube notes. So go check it out and go buy a copy of the game. And maybe I'll design another one someday. But until then, I have plenty more to review of other people. So we'll be back to that in our next video.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.